Hello and welcome to Schnozcast. This is our podcast. Cory, how are you?
Oh, fan-freaking-tastic, sir. How about yourself, Bob?
Oh, how am I? How am I doing? How am I doing? I think I'm doing pretty goddamn well.
Well, it took a while to get around to that, but okay.
Yeah, I gave it a legitimately lengthy amount of thought.
That you did.
We don't half-ass things in this podcast, Cory.
That you did.
I put some thought into that shit. All right. Hey, if you're new to the podcast, thank you for joining us. If you're back, we'd love to have you back. But this is like 355 plus episodes in. There's a whole bunch of good shit. If you want to go see it, go check us out wherever you get a podcast. Also go to YouTube, like and subscribe. If you want to send us your thoughts, you want some suggestions on some things we should talk about, you can DM us on Instagram at Schnozcast, or you can email us at schnozcast@gmail.com.
Also, go check out our TikTok. Todd's been putting in some work.
Yeah, that's a good point, Cory.
On our TikTok.
Don't sleep on TikTok.
Yeah. As long as he's keeping up to this point, then yeah, you should definitely check it out.
Yeah. Live now. Hey, there we are.
Look at that.
I can see myself.
Hey, that's me.
All right, so we are going to make this a abbreviated episode tonight, but we are going to be doing, by popular demand, Cory, an all existential question podcast.
It's what the peoples want.
Got to give the peoples what they want. So
hang on, before we start that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, come on.
Oh, shit.
What are you doing here?
You could talk.
You would think that we're, like you just said, that we're past 355 episodes. We know how this goes, but it seems like...
I'm ready. Ready, here we go.
You fumble the cap everywhere.
Yep. Got it.
All right.
As long as I don't fumble the shot. Let's talk about what's important, really.
Whole thing of fireballs right on the floor. Well, that ends this episode.
Yep, pour yourself a shot. Join us. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh.
Ooh.
You know what comes after that?
Yes, I do. North Korean smelling salts.
Yeah.
Never gets old, folks.
Whew.
If you've got a good friend who's willing and able, hook them up with some smelling salts, and they will put on a show for you that will never disappoint.
It's so good.
Oh. I don't know why I'm getting that feeling like I just did smelling salts, but just from that shot.
Dude, you know what?
Nope.
It'll help you
All
out.
good.
It'll help you out, that's for sure.
All good. Honestly, Cory, and I'm being 100% honest here, at some point I will. But there needs to be like an extended, prolonged amount of time between when you when you did them and you asked me to do them with you, and then I finally relent, and then it builds up some suspense, right? Then it becomes like an event, right? Then we can name an episode after it.
The smelling salts event?
Yeah.
The smelling salts. What would
Old man does smelling salts. I mean, that really brings in the young kids.
Yeah.
In the audience. I believe that. I feel like young kids would, they would, oh, this is going to be good. Old man does smelling salts. Watch this. I mean, I feel like maybe that's a viral moment for us.
Pass right out.
The complete opposite effect. It puts me right to sleep.
Head through the drywall. Oh, shit.
Well, the first time you did it, you did some sort of convulsing episode, and then your left leg shut out, and then you jumped out of the golf cart.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. So at my age,
I guess
we can only imagine
what the
result would be.
I've had the little packages that you would crack and, waft under your nose. These hit a lot harder.
Oh, yeah. Those North Koreans don't fuck around.
A lot harder.
Those are Kim Jong-un approved.
It's one of the only things people in North Korea can buy.
Yeah. All right, so for an all existential question podcast episode, we've got a couple of tricky ones here. I'll just say it, Corey.
Uh-oh.
What do I mean when I say tricky? Good question. These are going to be, you're going to have to give them a little bit of thought. But I think, and I want to preface this by reiterating this because I think we all agreed to it, that existential questions cannot be avoided. Like, I'm not sure we've ever refused to answer an existential question on this show.
I don't feel like we have.
So we're in agreement.
Oh, boy.
Well, I feel like it's worth noting.
I don't know why I just agreed to that, but...
All right, so now I need to find out. Well, let's not start with that one. Let's start with this one. All right, so first question, and this is to our audience as well. I'm asking this, and you should feel free to either comment in the chat on YouTube or DM us on Instagram at Schnozcast and tell us what your answer would be, and we will talk about it on the show, unless you tell us you don't want to. And you just wanted this to be between us chickens.
Fair enough.
So, first question. What would be in your own version of hell? Now, I know we've done some hell-related questions in years past, right? What would Cory's version of hell be? But this is a specific question to all of us. We've never done one that sort of is directed to each of us to answer on our own. So, what would be in your own version of hell?
Well, first there would be a Chili's.
Yeah. A Chili's with that you were mandatorily required to go to for every meal?
Like that, that's the only thing you could have to eat.
Yeah.
Would just be going to a
And you couldn't go into Chili's and just like go back in the kitchen. Like you actually had to be a patron, sit down at the table and be waited on.
And wait for their horrendous wait staff to eventually come around and take your order.
Right.
Only to bring out cold, disgusting food.
Yeah.
Never come around to ask if you want a refill on a drink.
Right.
And then when you're ready for the check, apparently everyone is just off shift.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that would be a start.
Oh, there's more?
I'm trying to think. Oh, which there's a couple people that if I were to be forced to eat with them across from me at Chili's for every meal of the day.
So this is a very nuanced, layered, complex answer where you're not only suffering through Chili's, but you're also having to sit across from an insufferable person.
Yes. Some I won't name because it's neither here nor there.
Damn it. All right, we'll talk about it offline.
It's
we'll talk about it in post.
You know what? Fuck it. Two old bosses I had.
Okay.
D. Johnson and Whitney Gerber.
Wow.
If they were sitting across from me, that would just I would. I mean, I can't off myself because I'm already in hell.
That's highly accurate.
And then the icing on the cake would be.
There's more?
Like we talked about the other night.
Holy shit.
I revealed to you
that
I think the worst movie in history ever made that I've hated the most watching was Moneyball.
Dude.
So if Moneyball was just on
Did
the
I
TV
assign that to you to watch?
No.
You watched it on your own.
It was something I watched years and years and years.
Got it.
When it first came out.
Yeah.
With a friend of mine, and I told her, I'm like, I don't know why we just watched that. I mean, it was the most pointless, stupid movie I've ever seen.
Yeah. And this is relevant because Cory and I saw each other 2 days ago, and I mentioned to him that while I was waiting for him to pick me up, that's what I was watching, and that I love that movie because it's so eminently rewatchable, and I think it's one of Brad Pitt's best performances.
Yeah, no.
And he I did not know that Cory hated this movie, and he was immediately like, what? Fuck Moneyball. Fuck that Brad Pitt guy. That was the worst piece of shit I ever saw. And I was surprised because I didn't know this. It wasn't a movie that I assigned to him that he told me he hated. I didn't know he didn't like it. It just happened to be a movie I just watched as it turns out, was the worst movie he's ever seen. That if there was a movie to be playing in hell at the Chili's where he's at with some shitty managers, that's what's playing.
Yep, that would be it. That'd be, I don't know how much worse it could get than that.
Wow. Okay, you set the bar remarkably high.
I'm sorry.
No. Do not apologize. Like, you could have stopped with your first answer, and that would have been enough to satisfy the question. But you, Cory, do not fuck around, and you don't go half-assed. You're like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going all in.
I try. You know what? It's the smelling salts, Bob. It's.
Thanks, Kim Jong-un, once again. How did those pass the border? I don't think we know. Right,
smuggle them in my anus.
Dude, why would you put smelling salts in your ass?
That's the only way to get stuff across the border.
What if it broke?
Then I'm going to be farting ammonia for some days.
Well, I think we got the episode title now.
Farting ammonia. I can make this entire room into smelling salts if I wanted to.
I don't know if any of you that are listening have ever done improv comedy, but now I have to come up with an answer to this question that equals or betters Cory's answer. And it's a tall order. It's a tall order. Okay, I'm going to say what would be in my own version of hell. It would be me riding in a car.
Oh, well, there's a long pause in between riding and car. But okay, go ahead.
Not driving, not even riding.
Stop with the pauses in between riding and what you're going to say.
Not even riding shotgun. I'm riding bitch in the back seat. And it's in the summertime. And the driver has the heat on and will not turn it off. And I'm riding next to somebody who won't stop bitching about how hot it is. And all I'm trying to do is just think of ice cream and cool thoughts to just somehow trick my brain into that it's not as hot as it actually is, or that it actually feels. But it ain't working because this jackass next to me will not shut up about how fucking hot it is.
So,
and hold on. Because remember, there's a high bar that I have to meet or exceed. And on the car stereo is playing Muskrat Love by Captain and Tennille at a crazy high volume.
And just on repeat.
No. It's just I'm capturing a moment in time.
Okay, all right.
But it's so loud. It's so loud that if I had any saliva in my mouth, I would be able to form the words to try to tell the driver to turn it down, but it's so hot that it has dried up every drop of saliva that I have. And then I get a phone call from my mother asking me if I want to come to Easter brunch, and she won't take no for an answer. That's my version of hell.
So I was going to say, I feel like a couple of these things have kind of come close to happening. Like our trip to Chicago to see Letterkenny Live.
That was the inspiration.
Which I didn't have the heat on. I did have the air on.
I took a little bit of creative license.
So, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You know, it's not necessarily...
To be fair.
To be fair, I knew that was coming, and I'm like, I need to play this, otherwise I'm going to hear it hit the button. So,
well done, sir. Well done.
Yep.
So yeah, I did have the air on. It just wasn't reaching you and Nick.
Correct.
I feel like Nick was probably bitching most of the time.
Correct. Yeah, this is rooted in a lot of truth, but I've taken some creative license in the interest of internet content.
The Muskrat Love is definitely not true. That never came close to happening.
We'll let the listeners judge as to how true that seems like it might be.
I don't even remember what we were listening to on the way out there. I'm pretty sure it was a pod. We were listening to Dave and Chuck the Freak, weren't we?
As I recall, Cory, it was Muskrat Love by Captain Anthony.
Yeah, it was definitely not. But, okay. And then I feel like your mother, is it mother or mother-in-law?
My mother.
Mother. I feel like she's definitely called you at some point for Easter brunch.
No, never.
No?
No.
Okay.
Never.
I take that one back.
I've had what might be considered to be similar conversations with my mother about holiday plans that seem to go on forever.
But not specifically Easter brunch.
Yeah. Listen, and I'm an adult, Cory. I'm a grown ass man.
Here I was thinking
I've hung up
I've been
on
doing this
I've
podcast
hung
with
up on a
child.
lot of people. For whatever reason,
you can't hang up on your mom, dude.
right? That's what I'm saying. I can't hang up on her. So here I am stuck in this moment with Muskrat Love and the heat and the jackass bitching, and now I got this in my ear. That's my version of hell.
Which I don't know how you're here, how you're able to hear the phone call over Muskrat Love, or even maybe hearing the person bitching next to you.
It was difficult.
But you got it.
But it created this oral soup that was just flowing around my noggin in the back seat as I rode bitch in this car. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I painted a pretty good picture of what that might be.
I can see.
I won't say that I exceeded what you did, but hopefully I matched it.
I'll give you that.
How are we going to... Okay, so now we're getting to the question that I turned down to go with that one. Wait, what's the next one? We can't end with this one, so let's do this one. Okay. Remind you of your commitment to this podcast and to the existential question. The question is, what was your last straw with someone you stopped speaking to? Don't name the person, but what was the last straw? And last straw is in quotes here.
You remember those two people I named in the first question?
That absolutely qualifies. You don't have to name this person.
Well, if you go back about 5 minutes, you'll find out the names. So I won't name them for this question.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
The last straw was writing me up for some shit that was completely uncalled for and unnecessary, and it took her months to do it after said events were already done and over with, and there was no issue with it at the time. And then all of a sudden I got 3 write-ups on one day for all these things that happened months and months and months ago.
Right.
So that night I took the time to sit down and type out a 13-page letter to her boss.
Only 13 pages?
Only 13 pages.
Slacker.
And sent it to him. And all 3 of those write-ups were overturned. And that was my last straw with her.
Okay.
For the second one, pretty much along the same kind of lines. Just getting shit for stuff that once I was able to prove that it didn't go down the way it did because she didn't do her research well enough.
Yeah.
And to be a little more specific, there was a timeline of events, and a lot of them were all captured on camera.
Mm-hmm.
But the camera system, the time was 30 minutes off.
What do you mean?
It was 30 minutes behind of what the actual time was. If we were in real time,
it would have been 10 p.m., but the camera system said 9:30?
It would have said 10:30. So, so 30 minutes forward.
Okay.
So it looks like when something that should have been done at 10 o'clock, it looks like it was getting done at 10:30.
Okay.
And I was accused of some things of not performing my duties in the appropriate manner and the appropriate time frame. And when I'm in my head, I'm like, this makes no sense whatsoever because I know I did them on time and how they should have been done. And after scrubbing through the the footage myself and then looking at the time and realizing at one point I was on 2 different cameras at the same time.
Oh.
Which is kind of, and we're not talking 2 cameras like facing each other.
Yeah.
We're talking like 2 cameras, like if we were in your house, 1 camera in here and 1 camera in your kitchen.
Right.
I was on both of them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, right there.
Yeah.
Again, as the boss and a manager, before you accuse someone of some stupid shit, make sure you know what you're talking about.
I think it's a good rule in general.
And she clearly did not take the time to do that. And I was able to take it to her and again, her boss. And this is 2 different places.
Yeah.
And, she, I guess, got in trouble for it. But
you guess?
At the same time, I was just a target after that. An even bigger target than I already was.
Right. That's the risk.
Yeah. But
you got to stick up for yourself.
No, definitely, and especially in that circumstance.
Especially, yeah, if there's false accusations flying around.
Yeah,
you have to try to combat it.
And you're going to tell me that I'm not doing my job correctly,
right?
When, as a matter of fact, I definitely am. You for some reason wanted my head so bad,
yeah,
that you didn't even take the time to fully research what you were doing and accusing me of.
Yeah,
because again, had you just hit that one little point in the camera feed and saw me in 2 completely different places at once, you would have known something was wrong.
Right.
Because that obviously, as great of a scientist as I am, Bob.
So you're one of what some might list as the top 10 foremost scientists of your day.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm so good I can't even receive a Nobel Peace Prize. They won't allow me to do it.
You do top the list of non-eligible Nobel Peace Prize winners.
I mean, me and Morgan Freeman, about the only 2 people on that list.
Okay.
I thought it was a good name to bring up.
It was random. I'll give you that. It was deliciously random.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. So yeah, those are the 2 final straws that made me
again.
And that
you have now I feel like I need to meet or exceed your answer here. But
well, while you're thinking about it, we just poured ourselves a little shot here.
Okay. Yeah, this is probably the last shot of the episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh. I poured that one for myself. It's like I hate me.
Oh, that was too much. That one was too much. Oh. Ooh, I think I actually inhaled some salt.
You know, Cory, we've done this podcast for a number of years. And every now and again, when it comes up with like friends or people that I meet that someone told them that I had a podcast, whenever somebody asks me, oh, what's your podcast about? I go back to the same answer, but now and again, I think about like, what is it that brings me back to this podcast? And it is moments like that make me, I look forward to this every week. Every week.
Oh, sorry, the smelling salts. Well, I appreciate that, buddy. I'm glad I can be your dancing bear.
All right, so my answer to this was the question: what was your last straw with someone that you stopped speaking to? I'm only going to go with one person here, although technically they're in a couple, so maybe that counts.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's not my answer is not what you think it is. It's somebody else.
You'll have to tell me afterwards.
Again, the question was, what was your last straw with someone you stopped speaking to?
Oh, okay.
I think you know what my answer probably should be.
Okay, yeah,
but
yeah.
It's not going to be that person. It's going to be somebody else.
It's become very clear now.
Yeah. So this is a person that when I was married, I have 2 kids, 2 lovely, lovely children who are now grown. But when they were very, very tiny, there was a couple that my wife and I at the time were friends with. and they had 2 kids as well who matched the age of my 2 kids. And so, you know, they spent time together in like My Baby and Me, those types of programs with the kids and in preschool. And so like we would get together to hang out, and they would come to our house and play euchre with us until like 5 a.m. And we had a great time. And then kind of the years went on, and eventually it became clear, it was one night in particular, that they had been brainwashed into going with the equivalent of what most people know as Amway.
Amway.
Yeah, you know what Amway is, right?
No.
You don't know what Amway is?
No.
Look it up. It's a pyramid scheme, dude. It's like
Okay.
you're selling stuff, but your goal is to sell stuff, but also recruit other people to sell stuff.
Oh, that's that. I mean, that, yeah,
And then
that's
you're-
already a
and
pyramid
then,
scheme.
And then they're giving you, and then they have to give you like X% of their sales, and they're supposed to recruit people who sell stuff too. And,
so
and
they
those people,
vitamins and supplements.
it wasn't. I don't know there was vitamin supplements. It could have been like
Oh, then they rebranded.
Tupperware or something. It was. I don't think it was Amway, but it was definitely it was an Amway vibe, like times 100. And there was one night where like they invited us over to their house, and we brought the kids, and the kids were playing together, and like they sprung this shit on us. And I remember looking at my wife and going like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Are they serious? I know what this is. Is that what they're?" Oh no. So we got the kids and got the fuck out there. And that was the last straw. That was the last time I spoke to that guy or his wife.
You just left the house, and after that, you never.
Never again. Never again.
I mean, fair enough.
And there was other shit that went on that I heard about because, you know, this guy worked for a family member of ours. And so, you know, I won't even get into that shit, but it was that kind of thing where somebody, maybe people will recognize this pattern. Like someone in your life just kind of goes batshit crazy, whether it's something that some like set of beliefs that they like latch onto, and they want you to be a part of it, or they try to sell you on it, and you're like, what? Oh no, I recognize that for what it is. And then there's like other stuff that happens peripherally that make you realize that, oh no, they've legitimately kind of gone crazy.
I mean,
and you're like, thank God I fucking walked away from that.
There is a person in our family that, not necessarily wanting to pawn business off on you, but has done all the other things that you've said.
Right. So yeah, it was a pretty like textbook last straw moment where I'm like, holy shit, we just went from being good friends with these people to the point where like they would have birthday parties with their family and then invite us over.
So now your answer comes with some questions that arise in my mind.
I'll answer whatever.
Yeah, no, it's nothing. Yeah. It's nothing bad.
Yeah.
So after that night that you and Christy walked out,
yep.
Like clearly they had to have called you or something.
Yeah.
Again.
Yep.
How did that go?
No response.
You just wouldn't pick up the phone.
I'm not interested. I'm not. I knew why they were calling. It's not that they were like, "Hey, maybe you misconstrued what we were talking about." Like,
no, they just want to continue on.
It was a recruiting.
Normal plans.
It was a recruiting / brainwashing invitation to what we thought was our kids are playing together. We're just sitting around having a couple of drinks and playing some cards. And now all of a sudden you've got a fantastic business opportunity that for only X amount of dollars.
Only for $5,000.
Yeah.
We didn't. I'm sure you guys didn't have at the time.
What the fuck?
I remember my parents again, like the scene you set with
Yeah.
them coming over and playing euchre, until 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
They were. My mom will tell you all the time,
Oh yeah, I'm sure they had
when I was younger,
friends.
and yeah, they had friends that's all they could really afford to do, and at the time,
But they probably had a great time.
yeah, and she's like, yeah, we'd hang out in the kitchen.
Yeah, like
and
I love the Johnsons. The
like,
Johnsons come over and we play euchre, and I have a great time.
Actually, we'd put you to bed, and we'd fill the fridge with beer,
Right.
and we'd sit in the kitchen and play cards all night.
And when you have little kids, like that's the one thing that you
Oh, you kind of
don't get a
strive
chance
for.
to get out.
Yeah,
Like,
you want to find
your mom and dad when you guys were little. Probably didn't have like we were lucky, whereas Christy's mom would call us like every weekend, go like, "What are you guys doing tonight?"
Can I take the kids?
Yeah, just volunteer. Like we never asked. She's like, maybe why don't you guys go out and get a movie and get some dinner? And I'm like, holy shit, we never had to ask, and it was the best.
Yeah, and don't get like my Bush and Judge, because
Polish for grandma and grandpa.
Yes, grandma and grandpa, and then my dad's parents, Irene and George. Like Irene and George, not so much when I was younger, but my mom's parents would want to take me all the time, but I think like, they didn't want to overdo it with them. To the point like that, yeah, she would. I'm sure she would call every weekend and be like, "Oh yeah, if you guys want to go out and do this or do that." But oh no, like they were like trying to save those days for, like when they had to be like, "Oh shit, mom, you really need to take Cory tonight because we have this to do or that to do." So yeah, they weren't. I know my grandparents offered it, but and again too, that's awesome that you had Nancy that was that into. Taking the kids.
I can't even tell you how valuable that was. When you're young parents, and I say young, I was like 29 when my daughter was born, my first child was born. Some couples, some married couples have like an alpha in the marriage, right? Where there's a guy or a girl who makes all the decisions, and the other partner just goes along with him. Like they're a, kind of a doormat. They're definitely not the alpha. They're the beta, or they're lower in the Greek alphabet.
The cuck.
But I always felt like we were equals, right? And so I didn't, the couple that I'm talking about, he. As the father, when they had kids, he he's like, I'm not giving up I go out and I play softball twice a week and I golf on the weekends.
Okay.
And he wasn't giving that shit up. It doesn't matter how many kids he had.
So, quick question.
Yeah.
Obviously not asking the names right now, but
sure.
Would I know these people?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Or obviously you didn't hang out with them.
I think I've told you about them before. I think that maybe you may have met them in the past. We could talk about that offline. But
right.
But yeah, these are people that and they, when you're young and you have kids, the thing that a lot of young married couples don't think about before they have kids is, how are we going to raise these kids? Am I the type of parent who's going to put my kids in daycare and let someone else raise them between 8 and 5? Or is one of us going to stay home and raise them ourselves? And that's a tough decision. I would never presume to pass judgment over any parents, no matter what they decided, because it's expensive to have one of you quit your job and stay home and raise the kid. Like, some parents cannot afford that, and I get that. I didn't judge them when they did it, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, this isn't work. Like, you're not willing to give up softball twice a week and golf on Saturdays to spend the time with your kids, and you're going to get a babysitter or daycare to put them into because your wife also isn't giving up her hobbies.
Yeah, and
I'm
like
like,
you said,
dude.
work's one thing. If both parents need to work, then both parents need to work to bring money into the household. But yeah, as far as extracurriculars, like I've known some people in the past, and some of Danielle's friends, were unfortunate enough to be with some people like that,
Right.
and which has since changed, obviously. But when she would tell me the stories of like, yeah, so and so, he plays hockey 3 nights a week, and he just up and leaves and doesn't come home until 3 a.m. and pretty tipsy. I'm like,
Yeah.
like even not being a father yet myself, I'm like, holy shit. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I have my thing, even like doing the podcast.
Absolutely.
But that's once a week.
It's a commitment.
And I also know there's ways to do it remotely if we needed to, because I never, this would be a hobby that I wouldn't want to give up. But I would tell Danielle, like, yeah, we can figure out a way to make it a little easier if we had a kid.
Well, the thing that we did was again, as young parents, you recognize that you cannot stay home with your kids 7 days a week, 4 weeks a month, 12 months a year.
No, of course not.
You're going to kill each other.
Yeah.
You're going to drive each other insane because you forget what it's like to be around adults because you're so focused on, making sure your kids are good, entertaining them, spending time with them. Like, you just need a fucking break. And so we decided that we were going to do a thing where, like, every other weekend, each of us was going to get to go out for one night. And so week 1 of the month, one of us would go out on Saturday night with, their friends or their girlfriends or whatever. And then the other person.
You were about to say you were going out with your boyfriends.
You're right. I was. I caught myself. And I'm like, that sounds really weird. But technically, if she's going out with her girlfriends, who are the people that I'm going out with?
That is true.
Okay.
Which not to interrupt the story, but there was a really funny TikTok I saw about this. That it was this white guy and this black guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, he's like, this is Charles,
yeah.
my
boyfriend.
My boyfriend. And the guy was like, he's like, no, motherfucker. He's like, I'm not. He's like, well, we're both boys.
Yeah.
And I think we're friends.
Yeah.
He's like, that makes us boyfriends. He's like, you cannot say it like that.
Dude, I think that's the name of the episode is Boyfriends. There's just no other way around it. That's the best thing we've talked about tonight.
Yeah, so I'm like, that's exactly what that reminded me of.
But we did like every other week.
Yeah,
we would get the night out, and you looked forward to that for 2 weeks straight. You're like, I'm gonna get a break. I'm gonna go out and cut loose. But the cutting loose was always like the next day, the day after, like, you need to be on your game because it's back to normal, bitch.
Oh yeah.
There's no more like you had last night. That's over now.
You're not sleeping in.
No.
You're not taking care of the duties that you're.
No, but again, you're a young parent, and so you're like, oh, I'm 29, I'm 30, whatever. Like I can go drink all night. The next morning, I'm like, I can get up and like I remember those days. You get up, I'm fine the next day. I could not do it
even without kids. I remember those days, but yeah, those are gone.
Right. So sorry. What other questions did you have for me?
Oh,
question. You said you had a raft.
So okay, yeah. So there was that. Oh, so as time went on, you mentioned that you guys did at least have some sort of interaction again.
Oh no, not really. No.
Because you said that I might have met them somewhere.
That would have been while we were friends with them.
Oh, okay.
After that, like there was no.
I guess
no interaction.
For some reason, I was mixing my parents' age with you and Christy and thinking like, oh, this is back when I was like 2 years old.
No, but there was probably a thing where, I mean, especially at like, I mean, he stood up at my wedding.
Oh shit! Okay, well then, yeah, I definitely.
In '97, so you would have been, very young.
Yeah, but I still would have met the person.
Yeah, I don't know if I remembered it. What I remembered meeting people when I was that young, probably not. So, but technically, I'm sure you met them or saw them.
All right.
But yeah, I don't know how many people out in the audience can identify with this. whether it's an Amway or Amway adjacent type of situation. Or maybe, I mean, it's 2025, and so you can replace Amway with MAGA or with libtard, or, you know, we're not a political podcast, but there's two sides of the political spectrum, and whatever side you're on, maybe there are people on the other side that you've broken with, like completely broken with. I don't speak to them anymore, and there was a last straw moment for you. That's what we're talking about. So, you know, I'm interested to hear from, you know, anybody who's watching or listening, you know, DM us on Instagram at Shazcast and let us know, like, was there a last straw moment for you, and how did you feel about it? Like, I know the way I told the story, Cory. Oh, hold on. My mic just went fucking haywire.
Your headphones?
Oh, it went absolutely haywire. It's nothing but a whole bunch of...
Turn it off and turn it... Well, you can't hear it.
Yeah. There we go. It was just a whole bunch of bleeps and bloops.
We're going to do one more.
We're doing one more?
Yeah,
well, so much for the 30-minute episode.
I would say we're past it. We might as well keep it. So I get what you're saying now about it. Yeah, it's hard to do a 30-minute episode because we get one.
I mean, sometimes.
We can toss my idea out the window. I'm fine.
No, never give up on a good idea, Cory.
Hey, I'm not saying it's a good idea.
It's worth the attempt.
It was a thought.
We might not meet the attempt every time, but that's fine. It's the effort that counts. Oh. I looked at mine and I'm like, I felt guilty. I'm like, I'm really sorry I poured it this tall. And then I looked at yours and I'm like, oh, and I don't feel bad at all.
No, there we go.
We're shooting for the moon right now.
Of course.
Cheers. Ew. Oh.
Oh. That one hit the other nostril. The first hard one was on the left nostril. This one was on the right nostril. Oh,
I don't know what it says about me that I want to continue to keep you supplied and smelling salt so that you continue to entertain me the way that you've been doing.
I'll send you the link.
Couple weeks.
You can buy.
Oh no! Yeah, send me the link, and I will have a series of vials waiting for you here. You don't have to bring them; they'll be here.
No, I honestly now I'm gonna have to buy more because
send me the link.
I want to keep one here, keep one, like you said, in the garage.
Just to be clear, I'm not buying these for me. I'm buying these for you. I want my house stocked with those every time you set foot in my door.
Dude, I love them. Absolutely love them.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so another question for you on the final straw people.
Yeah.
So, like I already asked, they would try to contact you, and you would just be like, no. Like, okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
So
it was very clear why they were trying to contact me. There was no...
Right, but did you answer any of those calls, or did Christy answer any of those calls? You just let it be. Okay.
Nope.
So how long after that did they finally realize, like, oh shit, Bob and Christy?
You mean like when did the call stop?
Yeah. Like how long after?
If I had to guess, maybe it was like a month or two.
And they finally realized, like, okay, this is...
Yeah, it didn't take very long.
Okay. I mean...
You call somebody and they don't ever return your call. Like, how long would you wait before you're like, I wonder if something's wrong with this situation?
I mean, a month...
Do you think that we said something that might have offended them or rubbed them the wrong way? Like, it's not going to take a year.
No. Well, you said a month or two not being long. Like, me personally, like, if I were calling someone for even 2 weeks and they weren't picking up my phone calls, I'd be like, okay, that's apparently...
this was the early 2000s.
Right.
I would say maybe 2006. So 2005, 2006.
So cell phones weren't prevalent.
I think I had a cell phone, but it was a
primitive.
Yeah. It was like a caveman cell phone. It was like two rocks connected by like a piece of bark.
You had to step outside, put the antenna up,
put the rock on top
ceiling.
of the roof. Yeah, it was very primitive. But,
okay.
yeah, the internet was a thing. I think we all had email, but it wasn't like it is in 2025 where like,
oh shit, no.
Like a text is like immediate and
You
you're
can
expected to respond immediately.
and you can email from your phone. Like
immediately, yeah.
You had to log on to AOL.
Oh, no, you can, yeah.
And
nobody did that
do
shit.
the dial-up connection. Then it would take 25 minutes for your inbox
You know,
to
that's
load.
a really good question. I wonder when we moved from like a 28.8 modem to a better connection. I can't remember what year that was.
That is a very interesting question too. But
Yeah. It would take a bit of research to figure out when that happened in my area.
I feel like too, you guys definitely had that like.
Well, I have tech jobs, yeah. So
right on the precipice of like it becoming a thing.
I could tell you that whatever your dad had, I had it first.
Oh, dude, we had AOL for the longest time because he could just go to Best Buy and
I made fun of him for AOL for so long.
He grabbed a handful of those free, like you get 150
I used
free
to
hours.
give him the shit that they would send to me. I'm like, if you need this, he's like, I'll take them.
Oh, dude, we had a whole binder of those AOL discs.
I made fun of him for having an AOL address for years.
Yeah, which he would never get rid of, but
yeah, old habits die hard.
You're telling me. Yeah. But so okay, so and a little off topic from the last straw people.
Sure,
but going to technology,
yeah,
because you guys had the laser discs.
Oh yeah,
that was before DVDs.
Yes.
But it was between VHS and DVD.
Correct.
And I remember going over to your guys' apartment.
Yeah.
And because you're like, holy shit. Like,
I was super excited.
You guys have to see this.
Yeah.
Like this is
I
some
thought
technology.
it was a sea change from what we've been watching. Like you could take all your VHS tapes and throw them right in the garbage because this is the future, bitch.
Yeah, so I do remember coming over and watching the Laserdisc player.
Right.
Do you still have that Laserdisc player?
Oh no. I sold my Laserdisc player and about 100 Laserdiscs.
You had that many? Holy shit!
Fuck yeah, I did.
Which I can't even remember what the movie was that we came over to watch.
I couldn't. I'm sure it was a good one, Corey. I'm sure it was either The Godfather or fucking Blade Runner or some like universally beloved like quality film. Because why would you spend like I'm not gonna invest in Laserdisc technology to go out and buy the Toxic Avenger on Laserdisc. I'm just not gonna do it. Like a B movie, like nobody gives a shit about it.
Only going for the good stuff.
Yeah, you go for the whatever's in the top 10 of the Criterion greatest films ever. Like that's what I want. The Deer Hunter, I had the Deer Hunter on Laserdisc, and it was on 3 Laserdiscs. So that means you had to flip them over 6 times. Sorry.
It'd only be 3 times.
It'd be 5 times. I put the original disc on, flip that over, then put the second disc on, then flip that over, put the third disc on, then flip that over.
Hold on. This is. I did not. Laser discs were double sided.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, but at some point,
You
like
had
it's
to
not
get-
like
you had to
flip
get up
disc
from the-
over. Yeah,
get up
you
from
had
the
to get up.
couch.
Guys, this is a great part. Like, just hang on. I'm gonna flip the disc over. It's gonna be worth it. Just go. You gotta go to the bathroom. Great time. You go refill your drink.
Go
or
right now.
popcorn. Yes. I'm gonna flip the disc over. I'll wait for you to get back and wait. Yeah, Nick. I don't know if you remember this. Nick helped me build like risers in my basement.
Oh, do you like movie theater seating?
I bought. I still have.
Not at this
I
house?
still have one of. Yeah, I still have one of those chairs. We had 2 like lazy boys that
I remember
Christy's
those.
friend Amanda had given to us, the blue ones,
yeah.
that we put up on the risers, and then down below them on the floor we had another couch.
Okay.
Or a double set of chairs, maybe.
What? I don't.
So that we could fit more people and have like stadium style seating in the. I was so proud of this, and I was so. Like Nick was like, I can build you risers. I'm like, fuck yeah. And they were like carpeted and shit.
See, that's where what if you want to redo that? now that I'm getting into woodworking, I can make you better risers than Nick.
I know you can. But yeah, I latched onto Laserdisc like a fucking movie fiend that you would not believe. Clearly, because at the time, like a Laserdisc was like $25, maybe 30.
That was my next question.
100 of them.
What did they cost?
I had 100 of them, and I sold all of those Laserdiscs plus the player for like $150.
Oh my god!
Because who wanted? I mean, once they came out with
DVD.
No one gave a shit about a Laserdisc anymore. And I'm like, I just want to try to get some money to feed my new DVD habit. And that's exactly what I did.
So
it's the truth.
No,
yes, it was a complete loss on my part for the money I invested, but I was
didn't even
so...
So what did at the time, what did the player cost?
Player?
Yeah, the Laserdisc
Well, it's
player.
hard to say because at the time, my father-in-law, your uncle,
worked
for Best Buy.
The old Best Buy discount.
I got the Best Buy discount of like, it was probably
80%
65% off. The 3-year warranty cost me like $3.
They basically, they're like, well, sir, have a good day, and just take that out the door.
No.
I'm kidding, but that's.
I mean, to be clear,
that's how good the discount was.
The discount was incredible.
Yeah,
and because it was incredible, like every time you checked out, they looked at you like you had just walked through the store and put a bunch of shit in your pocket. You're trying to walk out with it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
they were like,
basically, you're just like, oh, you guys have a good day.
Oh, I see what you're ringing up here. Oh, yeah, you got the employee discount, huh? Yeah.
Oh, and I see you were just here yesterday.
It was just this disdainful look that was like, clearly you're better than me because I only work here, but you are family with someone who works here, and I see what you're doing. This is not your employee ID. This is your father's employee ID.
Which I also feel like, too, there was a huge...
Like, it's not my father, it's my father-in-law.
It's not even my actual dad.
It's not even blood.
I married into this.
Yeah, and we would go back every fucking week.
Oh, I'm sure.
Every week.
Like I said, my dad and Don were the ones that
between
screwed
me
it up for
and
everyone.
My two brothers-in-law,
and my dad. On top of that,
call each other to go. Who are you? Are you going out already this week? Because if you're not, I got some shit I want to. Are you already going? Maybe, can you ask him? Maybe you can pick this up. Every fucking week he was going, and at some point they got wise to it, and they put a limit on his account where he could only spend a certain amount of money and get the employee discount. And then shit got real because now you got to go like, how bad do I want this Canon inkjet printer, which is state of the art in 2007.
That costs $3,000.
Versus Nick's like, I need a new microwave because my microwave died. I'm like, bitch, you got a stove, don't you? You don't need a microwave. You can't. It doesn't mean you can't cook. You just can't cook as fast as you want. Put it on this fucking stove.
You can heat it up otherwise.
I need this printer. That's what we were reduced to.
Well, I said
I feel like this is exactly why we needed to keep this podcast going so they can hear stories like this.
Hey, Best Buy, if you want to sponsor us, we have all the inside secrets of how everything goes.
100%.
But I also think too that Don, your father-in-law, my uncle, for what he did for the company, because he wasn't just like a Best Buy cashier.
Oh, no.
No, he was a repairman for Best Buy for basically all appliances.
I don't know if I'd say all appliances. I mean, once the appliance started to get like electronic technology, like circuit boards and shit, he was out.
No, he wasn't doing the electronic, but he would do installs and he would do for fridges,
he would do repairs.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like let's say the coolant was going out on your fridge. He
was the number one requested and most highly skilled repairman they had. And
just to give a little more background to everyone, he was a CB in the Navy.
Yeah.
And those guys did so much crazy shit. So basically, like, I can't think of what because the CBs are long gone, but I know there's a certain branch of the Navy that like naval engineering.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what the Seabees. The Seabees started naval engineering.
Yeah.
And so like they would go to a site and build stuff prior to battalions and groups coming in.
Right.
And they were able to figure out a whole bunch of weird shit and different shit. Like one of the only stories he ever told me from when he was in Nam was how they built showers, because technically they weren't allowed to have them.
Yeah.
But they had these faucets that they could flip to where it would make it look like just a normal shower, or like, so you had to take water in with you and you didn't have a running faucet.
Right.
They were able to make one that flipped, so if anyone from command came by, they would just see a shower stall with no faucet in it.
Right.
But once they were gone, you could flip that back, and there was an actual faucet you could stand under.
Yeah.
And like actually rinse yourself off in. So like that's the kind of shit they were doing back then. So yeah, when it came to him doing work for Best Buy and doing appliance work, like he was golden at it.
Yeah. His forte was not like electrical, but it was definitely plumbing.
Yes. Yeah.
And he was the GOAT when it came to that. Like he would tell me stories about him like having the weekend off, which didn't happen every weekend. And he would still get calls from guys who were out doing calls to do repairs, asking him like, I've run into this, like, what do I do? And he's like, well, you just do this and this and this.
A, B, and C, and you're good.
I've never done that before. He's like, well, you just use this tool, use that tool. And like, he did that every week.
Yeah.
Every week.
He was probably one of the most handy guys that I've ever known in my entire life.
Yeah.
Even thus far. My Uncle Randy has gotten good at stuff here and there, but Don still blows him out of the water.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah. So I feel like in the position he was in,
mm-hmm.
not just being a cashier at Best Buy,
right,
he probably had a little bit better of a discount than the people that you were checking out with.
I couldn't say, because I don't know what the cashier's discount was, if they even had one.
I'll say at that time they probably did. They probably got like 5%.
I honestly don't know if Don just got the employee discount or if he got a super special discount because of his position in the company. I honestly don't know. I was just greedily going like, are you free on Saturday?
we had a standing appointment.
Yeah.
Every Saturday at 1 o'clock. We were meeting at Best Buy.
Let me know when you get up. I'll be up at 9.
I'll be waiting there. I'll be waiting there. And what didn't help anything was the fact that my dad, that was a Dearborn police officer.
Yeah.
For some reason at the time, Best Buy was nice enough to like.
Let's
naive enough.
Yeah, that's probably more accurate.
To say like, oh, you want your 65% employee discount, and then we also give police officers 25%. They would combine them together.
Yeah,
it wasn't like, oh, you could just use one or the other.
I'm here with my my Best Buy employee brother, and I'm also a police officer. I believe that it equals to 85%.
And
please bring us up, or I'll arrest you.
Well, the arrest was never. I mean, not that it matters now, but no, the arrest was never threatened, as far as I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had an insane them together.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you were literally walking out of the store with stuff that for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
So, all right. Like I said, I wanted to get some more insight on the Laserdisc thing because I actually do remember that myself. And but I didn't realize you had.
You know what makes good content? Laserdiscs.
Hey, we're educating the young, Bob.
Are we?
We are.
I would love to. If you're a young person and you feel like you've been educated, DM us on Instagram at Schnozcast.
Get your finger away from that button. Wait,
what?
We're
not done yet?
Oh,
all right. Let's go. All right, we're going to turn this into we're going to turn a 30-minute podcast into a marathon podcast, longer than most of our regular episodes.
We're at an hour. We're good.
All right.
So
you want another?
Yeah,
Did you think it was?
Might as well.
All right.
We thought we were doing the last one.
All right. Keep going. Listen, I hope that as an audience member, as a listener or a viewer, you feel lucky because this is unprecedented. This is a level of taking over the show that we haven't seen in quite a while.
Hey, when it's going good, man, it's going good.
Not since some former members of the podcast have been part of the podcast have we seen this level of hostile takeover.
Well, Bob, let me tell you about basting a chicken.
Oh, do people want to hear about basting a chicken?
I think they do. Let's get into an hour diatribe about it.
Yeah, let's do that. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
50, and hot, so buy me a shot.
Who lied to you about that?
Joe.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
Joe? Got that wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what comes next, Cory?
Oh!
All right. The thing I need to remember from this episode, besides processing the audio like I do every week, is that I need to take that audio clip and put it on a button. And I'm only putting this in here in this episode to remind myself to do that. Anyway, go ahead.
So, to me, another crazy thing is, as we were talking about laser discs, and you're like, well, yeah, the younger crowd's not going to know laser discs, but that's why we're here.
Sure.
As
to inform the public.
You as an old man, and
fuck you, motherfucker.
me as a younger dude that remembers laser discs.
You're not that young. If you remember laser discs, I feel like you're aging yourself.
I think I was like 2 or 3 when we came over to watch that.
Well,
no, I was definitely older than that. But but to me, what a crazy idea is the fact that we're talking about laser discs.
That is crazy.
That someone, what do you think the age range would be of the who would know about laser discs? Like what would
know about?
Like what would be the cutoff age?
I mean, it would be someone who was born between 1969 and 1977.
Okay. So, and then do you know offhand when DVDs first made?
If I had to guess, probably 2003, maybe 2002.
Oh, no, you're way off on that.
Am I way off? Okay.
March 97.
Okay, that was when the technology was introduced, but that wasn't when like normal people could buy them. Like, I'm gonna tell you. So for the first 2 years that DVDs were a thing that were available to purchase, nobody on the internet knew how to sell them. They just didn't.
Right.
They didn't know how to market them. They didn't know how to price them. They didn't know who was going to be interested in them. So for 2 years, they were available to only the people that knew what they were, and they did a horrible job of marketing them. And people like me who were all in on Laserdiscs
Like,
and then now just
DVD.
now just jettisoned that for like what's the new thing because I can't buy a new Laserdisc anymore. They're not making them. I'm buying DVDs. There were, when I tell you, Cory, for probably 2.5 to 3 years, I never paid more than $3 for a DVD.
What?
Ever. Because nobody knew how to sell them.
$3?
They were available on Amazon, but Amazon was young in those days.
Oh, yeah, very
right?
young.
They didn't know how to price anything. And so they would change the prices on the website because there was no apps back in those days. It was just you had to go to the website to buy something from Amazon. And they would be trying to monkey with the code, and all of a sudden the price of a Godfather DVD would be listed at $2.99.
Dude. That's
And if you were a member of the DVD
program that they had.
the DVDdeals.com website, which was a completely separate, like only for people who were interested in DVD deals, they would post this shit And everybody who subscribed to that site would see it, and they would go on Amazon and buy it. And you could get an alert, not on your phone because that wasn't a thing yet.
Go check your
but
computer.
on email or on the website that there was what are the new deals today? Today, The Godfather is available for $3. And so 70,000 people would buy it. 70,000 is a really high number. Let's say it's 7,000 would buy that. And then the next day it'd be some other DVD. And so you would just keep your eye out for this shit. I legitimately built a gigantic DVD collection paying $3 or $4 for every one.
Dude, that's crazy.
And I'll go one step further. I feel like I've told you this before, but
I don't think we've ever talked about this.
So Disney DVDs. Yep. Oh, so am I only on camera now? It's just me? I'm talking to the internet. All right. So once upon a time, Disney DVDs were a big thing because when they changed from Disney really did not get on board super heavy into the Laserdisc. This is super nerdy shit. By the way, thanks, Cory, for leaving me here by myself talking about Laserdisc versus DVD technology. That's what the internet wants to hear. But okay, here's where I am. Disney was super into VHS. They had the big oversized clamshell cases for the VHS tapes. But then when Laserdisc came out, Disney was slow to latch onto that technology, and it didn't last long, right? Then DVD came out, and Disney really wanted to make up for it, and they latched hard onto DVD. So, but at the time, Blockbuster Video was still a thing. You could still go to a brick and mortar store like a Blockbuster, and you could rent or maybe even purchase videos like DVDs, which was a brand new thing. So Disney did a promotion because they wanted to goose the sales in their DVDs. And they put in every single Disney DVD, they put a voucher.
Oh, I remember this.
And the voucher said that if you have 7 vouchers, you can send that back in to this address, and you can get 3 DVDs. I'm making this up because I'm trying to remember the scope of the deal, but you get 3 DVDs for every 7 vouchers you send in.
That's a pretty good deal.
Which would technically mean that you'd have to buy 7. You'd have to buy you'd have to buy 3 DVDs from Disney to get the vouchers that were stuck in the clamshell case out of each one. What they didn't count on was that DVDs were so new.
Wait, just to clarify.
Yeah.
You're talking about the VHS videos, and then you would be able to
talk about DVDs.
Oh, if you bought the DVDs from them, then you could get 3 new DVDs.
New DVDs.
Okay.
Yeah, new DVDs from Disney, which at that point they were trying to really expand. They were buying little studios and things like that. So they weren't just animated films anymore. It was
right,
actual feature films. But what they didn't realize was that Blockbuster Video had a whole wall full of Disney DVDs because they were kids films, and people who went to Blockbuster, they all had kids, and so they had a huge market for kids movies, like all the Pixar movies, Bugs Life, Toy Story, all of that shit. There were rows and rows of shelves, and so when you went to Blockbuster,
They never took the vouchers out.
And you could literally just go from the shelf and go voucher, 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 voucher. I'm not exaggerating when I say that for $0 outlaid, I got easily 60 or 70 DVDs.
Jesus.
For the cost of mailing those vouchers to Disney.
So that time probably like $1.
$1.15. Yeah, $1.20. Yeah, I got so many DVDs that, some of which I then sold to get different DVDs that I really, really wanted. And so
it's a way to beat the system.
If you were to go down in my basement and look at like the racks and racks of DVDs that I have, you might think that's a lot of money to invest in DVDs. It's not. It's really not.
Well, again, when you're talking about on Amazon, yeah, they were $2.99, $3, and then also finding out Blockbuster didn't take those vouchers out.
It was such a scam. I did that for months and months and months.
Hey,
until they finally wised up,
realized that they need to take those out.
Yeah, they need to stop. I feel like I may have been a contributing factor to putting Blockbuster out of business because
all I can see is you just hitting the first one. There's no voucher. You hit the second one. And then you just start throwing the cases on the ground.
Yeah, well, you didn't throw the case. You didn't want anybody to be wise to this shit. So yeah, of course, every now and again you run on one like somebody took the voucher out, but not even the Blockbuster employees figured this out. It was that's really when shit fell apart, when the Blockbuster employees figured it out, and all of a sudden there's no more vouchers in the clamshell cases on the shelf. But yeah, there was a lot of. I mean, it was the Wild West of, the beginning of e-commerce from Amazon and others in the early 2000s.
So DVDs and books.
The beginning of DVDs and books, absolutely.
And so the other crazy part to further this, which by the way, the Disney, the huge clamshell cases, definitely remember those.
Yeah,
that was a staple of Disney movies.
Yeah.
But going forward I know Laserdisc because of you. That wasn't something that we had in our house.
Right.
We did have VHS, and then we went over to DVDs.
I'm not even sure that your dad was jealous of those when I
the Laserdiscs.
Yeah, he never was like ooh like that. He was like yeah.
Which could have been true because there was a lot that he especially when it came to PCs and all that. He
was really where
he
knew I was in IT, and so he tried to pick my brain, and I was only more than happy to dude, I'll tell you whatever I know. Like, how can I help you?
That's because I remember going to the Gateway store on Michigan Avenue.
Yeah,
was, as a matter of fact,
we had a Gateway PC.
Is it Dearborn Music now? No, what was ever on the very very corner? That's. I have no clue what it is now.
No, Dearborn Music was always on the very, very corner, but it wasn't. No, it didn't take up the whole corner, like around the block.
No. That was their original location. Mm-hmm. I know they're on Michigan Avenue now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think that was the old Gateway store.
Oh, where they are now was the old Gateway.
Yes.
Yeah, you might be right about that.
Because I remember going there and my boosh.
This is really only interesting for Dearborn residents at this point.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But dude, walking in there, it was like walking into an Apple store nowadays.
Gateway?
Oh, dude, in like '98. Yeah,
they were. Yeah, you can't underestimate the cultural impact that Gateway had.
Oh, dude,
they marketed themselves as a cheap, affordable family computer.
Yeah,
which was a market that Mac could not crack.
Right. Yeah.
Mac, Apple tried to crack that market, but it was very clearly high end, way more than the normal consumer.
The normal family would want or need.
Enter Gateway.
And I said, dude, walking to that Gateway store, I was like, holy crap! It was walking in the future.
Yeah, as a kid, yeah, I could absolutely see why it was like a Willy Wonka's
definitely
factory kind of a thing.
Completely blown away.
Yeah,
and I mean, unfortunately, Gateway's no longer around.
Well, they had their day in the sun.
Oh, they had a great run.
Yeah, hopefully they saved some of that money.
Which whoever started Gateway, hopefully they're doing well now. Which I don't know if they are, but
that'd be really interesting to look up to see if they are. I do not.
The founder of Gateway.
Yeah, after Gateway fucking folded, what else did they invest in? Were they able to turn their Gateway millions into other millions, or do they lose it all when the company? You always go like, okay, here's a company that, like Gateway Computer, we all know they went south. We all know they tanked, they closed. That was it for Gateway. They had their day in the sun, and then like the dinosaurs, they perished. Ted
Waite and Norm Waite, they were brothers,
right?
That formed Gateway. What there? If there's, I don't see anything that they're doing now.
Okay, so after Gateway, there was nothing.
I don't think so.
Hopefully they pulled some money out from their stock options before Gateway took a shit and disappeared from the NASDAQ.
Oh, son of a bitch! No, I take all that back.
Yeah,
you know what they turned into?
No,
Acer.
Okay. I don't respect Acer as a brand, but I totally get how they probably made a fuck ton of money.
Hey, I have 2 of their monitors that were dirt cheap on Amazon.
Well, good for them. Well done. Ted and
Tom.
Tom? Well done.
Nope, not.
Nope.
Either way.
Ted and John?
Sure.
Yep.
But yeah,
well
they turned into Acer in 2007. Yeah, hey, got to give it to him, man.
We do.
Got to give it to him.
All right, you got any more questions for me? We're still on the last question that we did.
So my
I already put the questions away.
My final closing point.
Final closing. Are we doing another fucking shot?
Dude, it's here.
This is crazy that we've done, like, I want to say 4 shots in what was supposed to be a 30-minute podcast.
Yeah. We went off the rails.
We did.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were looking for the cap. Sorry.
No. All good.
So, yeah, to me, the crazy point being, good catch, that, yes, so I was around for VHS.
Yeah.
I know of Laserdiscs because of you.
Yeah.
Cheers. Good segue. You like that?
That's a weird thing to cheers.
You like
yeah.
So, I spilled a little bit. And,
yeah. Yep. One more for the road.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Woo. I feel like this is the reason why.
That so much.
I feel like this is the reason why we didn't go 30 minutes, because every time I hit that, I'm like, wow, dude, like, let's keep going. But
all right,
we'll try to close it out here.
So we're gonna try to close it out. Yep.
So around for VHS, around for Laserdisc because of you, and obviously DVDs.
This must be what people feel like are the insane rantings of a cocaine addict.
It's legal. Everyone trust me, it's legal. It's not cocaine. I promise you. I showed you the bottle. Yeah. Look it up.
Yep.
But then the fact of also being around for now streaming services.
Yeah.
That I think that's, kids being especially born nowadays, and even maybe as far back as 10 years ago.
Sure.
Like that's all they that's all they're going to recognize is, you just stream, like you turn on the TV, you go to the app and you just stream it.
Yeah.
You don't actually have to go out and find that DVD, or like you were talking about Blockbuster.
Right.
You know how many times we would go up there and be like, oh, like this is the movie we want to watch this Saturday.
Yeah.
And guess what? It was out because they only had 4 copies and they were all already rented out.
That happened all the fucking time.
All the time.
In the 80s and 90s for Blockbuster? I'm not sure what the years of Blockbuster were. It was definitely through the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, happened all the time.
Yeah.
The movie you wanted wasn't there.
Gone.
Everybody else, you were too late.
And
you work a 9-to-5 job? Guess what? We're out of those at 4:30.
Yeah. Dude, and new releases, like they finally got a little better at getting like more copies of them. But even if they had 15 copies,
yeah,
by the time you got there, all those 15 were gone.
Yeah.
And you had to wait, hopefully, until the next weekend that someone returned one.
Yeah.
And
all your friends were talking about it at school, and you're like, fuck.
I couldn't see it because they were all out. Or you had to find that friend that They're like, oh yeah, my mom and dad got the new release of blah blah blah.
Yeah, well, fuck you. You're not my friend anymore.
So you're like,
Yeah,
well,
that's where I lost friends.
No, you're like, well, you should have a sleepover this weekend. And
really?
Oh,
Is that
dude,
what you did?
oh,
The sleepover angle?
all the time.
Did
all
it work?
the time. 50% of the time.
Hopefully the 50% was with the ladies.
Dude, we were in fourth grade.
All right, sorry. I didn't realize how young you were. Anyway, so in case you're watching this in the future, right now it's 2025. And in 2025, streaming is the number one way that people watch movies. I do not subscribe to that. I want a physical copy of the movie. Why do I want that? Because I'm tired of logging onto my streaming service, whether it's HBO, HBO Max, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus. It doesn't matter what it is. And all of a sudden, the movie
gone
that was on my watch list no longer available.
Yeah.
Why? Because the studio and the streaming service had a bit of a fucking falling out. I want a physical copy of that movie that I can watch even if I have no internet at all.
No, and
it's definitely helped me.
It's not a bad plan.
And so when I see a movie, it's not every movie, but the last one I bought was Fantastic Four: First Steps. Right? I've talked about this in the podcast. I'm a big Marvel guy, and so that was the last Marvel film that came out I saw in the theaters. I liked it so much that I'm like, okay, when this comes out on a physical copy, I'm going to buy it. And the physical copy was a 4K copy of the movie, and I have a 4K player. And I will tell you, 4K over DVD, there's a noticeable difference, not in every movie, but on a lot of movies, like it looks really good, and it sounds amazing.
And I'll give you that. Go like again from VHS to Laserdisc.
Yeah,
not that much of a difference.
Well, it depends on when you grew up. Like, if you're used to watching something in this way, and all of a sudden you see something where it's noticeably better, you're like, holy shit.
But I think now DVDs and 4K has gone to an extent that, you can put something in and be like, holy shit, like this is way different than anything I've seen.
I would challenge you to come and watch up in my rumpus room with the orange couch on my 60-inch TV with the speakers, any 4K DVD that I have, and not be wowed. But it also comes with a Blu-ray for the family members who don't have 4K that I can loan that disc to.
Oh shit, we didn't even talk about Blu-ray.
Blu-ray, yeah. And it also comes with a digital copy. When I buy a movie, I want a digital copy because I want to know that if you buy a digital copy or you stream something and you let's say you buy it from Amazon Prime or where else can you buy a fucking digital copy, like Fandango, Vudu.
Yeah.
Those are only available until they decide that they don't want to let you access them anymore. Like, you're buying a digital copy that you don't own. It's controlled by some other app that you assume that you're always going to have access to, but time and history has proven that you're not going to have access to that forever. And the day they shut it down is the day that all of your shit is now unavailable. You paid money for, and no one's going to be compensating you. No one's going to be explaining it to you. Like, that's it. It's done.
It's done.
It's done. So I want a physical copy of it that if I pay for it, I want to own it and I can play it anywhere I want. It's the old school in me, and that's what I want. So when I buy these, my thinking goes back to the original Laserdisc days where I wanted a physical copy of that. I want to see it the way it was intended, but I also want, like, if you've remastered that and it looks amazing now and it's got the director's, blessing over the sound mix and the video, I'll take that all day long. Like, I want to see the movies I love, blessed by the people that made them, to be even better than I originally saw them. There have been a number of movies I've seen that are way better than I originally watched them, and I feel lucky to have seen them there. But that's I know that's an unpopular opinion these days. Like, everybody's like, streaming is the way to go, and I'm like,
I mean,
yeah, but how long? Like, who are you? You're giving money to a service that, how long are they going to let you stream that movie?
That's why I have 2 copies of The Big Lebowski. Because again, it'll be on Hulu for several months, and then they take it down. It's on Netflix for a couple months, and then they take it down.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I'm really in the mood to watch The Big Lebowski,
but you have a Blu-ray or a DVD copy of that movie.
Yes. Oh yeah.
You can watch that whenever you want.
So yeah, rather
all he needs is a player.
Rather than knowing like, oh, I have to skip around to that service or this service, or potentially download another app that I'm going to have to pay more money for.
Yeah.
I can do it for free.
I'm trying to reduce the number of apps I'm paying for, not
definitely
increase the number.
Yeah, I don't want to do it just to watch that movie.
Yeah.
So I get your outlook on it, and it makes sense. And again too, like you said, in prior, that when you were able to get them for $3 a piece,
yeah,
and then also use vouchers to get 3 Disney movies for basically nothing.
It makes those movies less valuable because I feel like I got them for a song. But at the end of the day, if there's a movie that you love, it's really difficult to put a price on that.
Yeah.
Like when I watch Toy Story with my kids, like my son cried during that movie. Like, I could see tears coming down his face, and I as a father, I was like, holy shit. I did not realize, and it was such a good movie as a parent, that you start to value those times that you're bonding with your kids over art.
Right.
Whether it's a book, a movie, a song, whatever it is, you're seeing them develop into grown-ups, into grown children, adults,
and just seeing their feelings as
yeah,
even as a young adult. Like, you're like, oh wow, thank God my kids actually have feelings.
And I wouldn't trade that for the world.
Oh, that's awesome, man. And so dude, make your collection even bigger because of that. I don't fault you for that one bit.
All right. So with that, we're fucking in it. Here we go. On behalf of Cory and Todd, this is Bob saying we'll see you next week. Peace out. We love you.
See ya.